Trump will get your Bitcoin trade wrecked. The market is going up, which looks pretty good. I gave you in the community, I said that I am taking this long. It's worth a long position. It's up about $1,600 now. The reason why the market is pumping is because Trump announced that there is a deal finally happening, will be signed on 19th, where, by the way, the markets are not open. The problem is that there's yet again discrepancy between what Iran is saying and what Trump is saying. And if you're trading Bitcoin based on that news, if you have taken a long position like I have, or if you're thinking about shorting, you have to watch this update. This is what this is about. Before I get going, let's do a short upgrade. And we realize that a lot of you are new viewers, and it might be a little confusing. I know that you see our numbers. We have 8,000 people coming back every single day watching these 5-minute updates, but I want to get you up to speed if this is your first time watching, so keep watching. But we've talked about last week on Friday, every day we have this update, was that SpaceX IPO is happening and why I am actually shorting Bitcoin. Now, the Bitcoin short got stopped right here on the news when the news broke as well about the whole situation in the Middle East, and there is a peace deal. Bitcoin is pumping. I basically told you in the community, it's a Telegram channel, completely free. I just share my thoughts here. I told you that I'm taking this long. That long is actually up $1,600, and the question really is where Bitcoin is headed next and why I believe that this can really wreck a lot of traders. So if you like this 5-minute update, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notifications on, and also join in on the Telegram where I can update you when I'm not here on YouTube. So here's what I mean. So Trump came out and said that there's gonna be a deal and everything is fine, but then there is a discrepancy because Iran says that the US is going to pay $300 billion in restructuring funds. I mean, that would be kind of crazy, right? Paying $300 billion for taxpayer money to build back Iran that got bombed by the US, that was costing taxpayers money. But anyway, this directly contradicts Trump's and Vance's claim that no funds will be transferred to Iran at all. So I yet again think that this could potentially fall apart. And this pump here, although it looks good, could simply fail. Why? So if you look on the daily, again, if you follow the channel, this will not be new to you, but if you look at the whole pump, Bitcoin and the market in general always retraces 50%. There are two levels that I'm actually looking for. You know that we shorted up here at 70, what was it? 74,000 was my entry. Bitcoin went down 20% since then. Then I flipped long. The reason why that is because I do believe that we can have a decent bounce here to the 50%. Now, whether that 50% comes back to the daily, which is up here, actually is this order block, literally right here on this breaker. So you can come back all the way here, which is less likely in my opinion. If the deal does not fall and rolls over, if the deal doesn't fail, this is the main scenario I see. I see the market go something like this, and we go all the way up to 71, 72,000. The more likely scenario is that the market will rally on the 4-hour leg, right? And on the 4-hour leg, it potentially comes back all the way up here to the 50% on the 4-hour, which would be at around $67,000, 66.6, something like this. Once it comes back above this level, I'm gonna look for at least a 15-minute confirmation, a lower low we call the market structure shifts, and then a retrace to place yet another short position. Why? As I always tell you, when the market is down, you need at least a higher high, a market structure shift, where if the market does this, I need to see a higher high. There has to be 3 consecutive candles on the opposite direction. And here, there's not 3 candles to the opposite direction, not even on the hourly time frames. It's not only on the higher time frame, the 4-hour, there is just simply no 3 consecutive candles to the opposite direction. There is one here that was formed, right? This is the market structure shift on the hourly. This is why I believe that we can complete or go for the 50%. But other than this, there is just simply no 3 consecutive candles. And that tells me that there is no probability, the probability of this lasting and actually pushing for the 76, 78, 80,000, whatever. And then obviously a return to new highs is very, very unlikely, very unlikely. So ultimately what I'm looking for, I am in a long position. This is the long position that I posted in the Telegram, and I said it's worth long and I'm taking. But I also said that something is off with the deal. I don't trust this balance. We'll look to close soon. Where do I look to close? Well, ultimately, I want to see this go to the 66,700. I do believe even if the deal fails, even if news comes out in the US, obviously everybody will, the announcement happened yesterday before the futures open. The US is still sleeping. So I still believe that there can be news coming out even today. The news is going to be all over this thing. So like, I do believe that on back of that, we can rally into the 66,700-ish region. But from there, I might actually just close it out there, to be very honest with you. Any 15-minute market structure shift that will look like this, something like this, I'm going to close out my position on, because it's just a hot potato, and ultimately I still believe we're going lower. So my first target is 66,700, and then from there on, potentially we have a shot at getting into the 70, 71. That would be a decent push, about a 5, 6, 7% push on that. And probably, again, this would go up to like 6,000, 7,000. I would pass my challenge, so that would be pretty cool. But I just want to take it safely if and when the deal falls apart. I think it will fall apart. We'll see. I do believe that this is something that we're going to see. I mean, a massive amount of capital came into this because the deal was signed, and then this is not far from what I think is going to happen. And then when that happens, again, you just follow market structure and keep shorting until we hit, you know, sub 60 potentially. Now, it's very difficult. I'm gonna probably tomorrow updates is going to be about this as well. It's like it's very, very difficult to play the market right now. Why? Because there is no when we're up here and I said that we're short. Again, this is why it's worth coming to the channel. I literally said here, I said I haven't seen this pattern since October. It's not here, but 2 weeks ago I said I haven't seen this pattern, and that was literally up here, publicly shorted Bitcoin up here, went down 18%. It was clear what's happening. Here it's not that clear. We can come all the way to this region, which is a 10-11% region up here, all the way this, where I think Bitcoin is going to retrace. And even if it does not reject from there, we can still go on the daily, and the daily high is up here at 82,700. So like this whole situation can turn out to be something like this. Until there is a break above here at 82,000, I still believe we are going lower, and I just play the chart as it comes. Guys, one thing I wanted to tell you, MiCA is coming into full effect from July 1st. So if you are in Europe, and hear me out here, because I see a lot of there is like 500 or whatever companies registered, or 2,000 companies registered, and only 300 something got MiCA licenses. So if you are in Europe, July 1st is when MiCA comes into effect, and any company that is in the European Union or targets European Union and doesn't have a MiCA license will need to have to leave the EU and cannot serve EU customers, right? So you need, if you're not using a non-KYC exchange, you need a compliant exchange. Gate.io reached out, and I have been using Gate.io for quite some time now. It's been off of my radar because Gate.io always thought like they weren't compliant as much. If you look back at 8 whatever years, they weren't into the nitty-gritty, but they actually ramped up insanely. They become title sponsors in Formula 1. They got all the licenses you can possibly imagine, including the MiCA license. They have an EU dedicated site. They have a DEX that is running, you can use in the EU. So they're very, very compliant and very cool. You can check them out. There's a link in the description. You can actually get 10% off of the fees if you use our link down in the description. Again, very important. If you're in Europe, you need to have a MiCA compliant exchange. Again, you can use an on-KYC as well, but if you want to do taxing, or if you want to use company funds, if you want to do something, you know, more serious, and you're based in the EU, you can try out Gate. They're our partners here on the channel. We're going to go to an F1 with them as well. Go and check them out. There's a link in the description for them. And also let me know what you think. We might be able to get you different deals with them too. That said, one more thing I wanted to tell you maybe is the SpaceX IPO. I was expecting this to blow off top at 180. I think it's still happening. I think we still have one more push liquidating all the people that are shorting this thing. Elon said that this is going to, you know, they can't have a revenue of $1 trillion. I mean, if that's true, that's crazy. This should be valued at like, I don't even know. It should be valued probably like 50 billion if that's true. It's a 10, 20x from here. So I'm bullish on SpaceX. Again, I will load up on it. I do think that for the next 10 years, this is one of the best stocks to keep. But I'm also, you know, I'm also aware of the situation, and I do believe that this is having a blow off top. Then something similar plays out and then goes lower. I'll update you when I take any positions in there, long or short. Guys, truly appreciate you. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and turn the bell notifications on, and join in the Telegram. That's where you'll be able to get all the updates. And if you're returning, well, you know, I just love you, and we just do this again. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Ciao, ciao.